Hi, this is Reese from CreataCRM, and it's 1st of March 2018. And what we're finding today is we're having a lot of people actually asking us about working faster in sales. There's been a bit of a high demand on sales prospecting and so forth. And we're finding a lot of people actually come with either traditional ideas or telling us what to do. And we're really studying how probably our years of experience, or 20 years of experience in the CRM industry, I'm struggling when I actually go through some old-fashioned ways we do stuff. And the old-fashioned ways we do usually do things is usually doing sales leads and opportunities and quotes, and how we do this. Now, what I have been finding through the traditional software that we've done, and it's been going on since the 90s, where you've got the traditional pipeline, which is where you have a sales cycle in here, and these are the people who know about this, where you have a pipeline and you get all these leads, and as they go down the pipe, you get less and less and less. And you know, the traditional ones are suspect, prospect, ID the needs, present an offer, manage objections, and close a sale. Now, what a lot of companies do is, and it happened from early 2000, where they said, oh, we'll get a lead bucket, and a lot of the CRM models have followed this process. I mean, you probably know it. If you don't, this is how they do it, and we struggle with it with SMEs. Just don't want to work this way, and it's quite funny. It's more of a corporate thing, and the power sales guys have done it, but it really doesn't make sense when we really implement this particular process. And I'll go through it with you. So we talk about suspect, prospect, IDs, and you go down a pipeline, and what the software it would do, other people would do, it would create a lead bucket, call the leads, and then we copy that lead into a contact or company or / account, and then we'll create another deal, and we then identify that. So now, have you just noticed something? There's 3 hand points. Now, it works well with you got a sales guy who spends all his time clicking buttons and so forth, but a lot of the SMEs are going, what are we doing? If you look at the likely pipeline, what they usually do with SMEs, going, you get a lead from the website, yep, you then identify the lead, get a prospect, you then create an opportunity. Now that can be usually a quote. Some people want to skip this process, a lot of people do. You then do sales, and then you win it, you send an invoice. Now, what the problem is we're hand-holding a lot of scenarios where it just doesn't streamline everything. So you create a contact, you then have to create an opportunity, you move it up and down. Oh, then you need to create a quote to it, you move it up and down. What we have found, and this is what we're looking to do, and we're presenting the idea, to make it easier and to make it simple for the users to just go, oh, there it is, and this is where I'm up to. Meaning, this whole cycle that we're doing from suspect, prospect, opportunity, quote, and win has to all marry up with each other. Now, there's a number of tools out there, the deck tools and different things. So we're going to present something very, very, very new, our own way of doing things, because when we studied this and we listened to people, it was like, we're getting lost, and what's an opportunity? What's a quote? Why are we doing this? Well, I just want to send a quote, and what's going on? And the management will just say, I just want to manage prospects and leads. But if you go back up here, you just find you get lost, and people go, oh, I've got to do 2 or 3 things. And what I mean by that is that the traditional way we've got a lead bucket, contacts and companies, and opportunities, and maybe a quote on there. There's 4 elements there, and they all have their own different count. When the management are just, when they say lead management, it's like, how many leads did we convert? 1 line, which is the one that we're talking about over here. And the key thing is that their 1 line has to be from lead comes in and quote, and are you following up your quote, and what was the ratio on that? Simple as that. Now, what we're going to do is show that, because the other ways it's chopping and changing different things where you just want to streamline it and be quick. Because pretty much a guy called Brian Tracy, his theory is, he's one of the top sales guys, said most sales guys talk to clients only 1.5 hours per day. Now, if they increase their way of speaking to clients up to 3 hours, we'll probably have double sales. So pretty much the message is, can we make this quick as possible for the sales guys, make it very simple so they can increase sales for you, you make money, they make money, everyone's happy, and we've destroyed the complications of it. So let's show you how it works. So this is our new Create a Sales line. Now it's probably, we should copyright this, but it's pretty much a straight line on how you manage your clients from initial suspects, prospects. And this is all customized for you itself. So you've got a line here. And the way we did this, because we started finding people saying, oh, I got different devices, I could be on my mobile phone, I could be anywhere. So pretty much it will be responsive at any time for you to just click on your mobile phone and click on that and access your leads really quickly. Now, how quick is this? The fact is that the sales guys log in here. This is their starting up page. Now, very, very quickly it tells them they got one prospect, one initial communication, one needs assessment. Going through that sales cycle that we've previously chatted about. Again, this area here, you can customize the comments of it that you have here. You can click through that particular area there. So you've got a couple of areas where you're going to go, okay, I've got a prospect here. I can either click on the list view of what it is and really quickly click on that person. Now, for those people, you can have my sales line if you want to, or the company's sales line. So they've clicked on this particular person and see them. Now, notice that actually goes straight to a contact. Now, what we had with other companies, they had a lead bucket in a separate area. The reason why we want to have a contact is because we don't really want to cut and paste the lead bucket into the person, and we want to just keep them for email marketing. Because I guess the key areas where a lot of the guys in the previous 90s and stuff, they didn't really see the power of automation marketing. So they just simply put them in a lead bucket and delete them in the suspects. But a lot of SMEs don't work that way. If the people come in there, they're probably prospects initially, and they can go from here. So when you click on this particular person and review their information in here, so this is a bit of a state machine. One line in here just talks about the money in here, talks about who they are, different categories you can put in here. You're going to have history notes about this person, and the next thing we're going to do is going to go, okay, we've now identified their needs, and we go to the next line. So in here you can just go, oh, okay, what is the sales cycle here? We're going to go to identify needs. We're presenting an offer straight away. So that means that we're going to do a quote. Now, SMEs really do this way, and I'm going to show you how quick it is. We're going to now go, oh, we're going to create an opportunity. I'm just going to do an opportunity here just for the heck of it, and I'm going to change it to present an offer or identified needs. So it's just identifying needs in here, and what it does, it will link this pipeline to that particular contact. So when I actually save this particular contact, save and view, the sales opportunity itself is identifying needs. But if I now go back to that person, he's now moved the sales line. This particular person is linked to identified needs. It's the same entity. Remember I said beforehand where you create a deal of that person, but there's no sales cycle, there's no prospecting, there's no lines, there's no, when you first talk to them, just put some amount in there. It's not going to get copied across. It's just, but then next time around you can go, oh wow, I can move into the next level, and I change it. It will change it to the contact or company to that opportunity, and they both are one-to-one relationship. So it's one line. You don't get caught up with going, oh, now I'm going to get the opportunity. Now I'm going to go back to contact. Now I'm going to go back to the quote. It's good. It's just confusion reigns when you just don't have the clients, where you've got to start talking to them. Oh, this is an opportunity. This is what it is. It's not. It's just simply go in here, call these people up. See that? The prospects. Get those people out of prospects and put them down here, or close them off. And their job is to just simply go through the line, which is that funnel. But it's really, we're not wanting to. The funnel doesn't work in tablet and mobiles very well. Great for the 90s. The guys did in the 90s, but now we're a responsive technology. We don't really want to be moving in the stack. We want to make it easy and responsive. So when we go back in here, and we're going to click on this person, we're going back to that opportunity section. So we'll click on the opportunity we're up to. We'll link to that contact. Now we're going to do a new quote. So we'll click on there and create a new quote. Now we're just going to do a test name. So this is where the quoting side works. So a lot of companies in here, and I'll just look, have a quoting system separate, or they link it to their accountancy system. But we find that it's the guys that are going to do the sales don't access the accounting system, or it just gets it. They have to link to it, and it's not as friendly. So we've now linked the accountancy system in here, or just had a whole on quote system. Now there's also expectations with the quoting system, and I'll show you what we can do really quickly. Remember up from the top I said speed your sales guys up. So what happens in here, you straight away do a quote, links to the opportunity. We just put any items in here. This, you can just link to the system in here, and we're just going to go save and view. So now that's a quote system in here. So the next thing they do, they've made a quote, link to that person, and quickly send them a quote in here. Bear with. I've just quickly changed it to my email address up here to send it out. So pretty much the next thing I'm just going to click on a send button as well, and this will just send a quote system. Now a lot of people expect this in design now. Create a test. It will have a click on the view. So what we're doing is call to action to the people. So straight away we've gone from lead from the website and going to create a quote. We've identified the needs and going to send a call to action. So we send it out really quickly by one click of a button. Now that sends that quote out to that person, and right there we've got a call to action. So we go back to the lead source on the quote itself, click on the edit button, and we're now going to go present offer, and we go in here. Now from that present offer, there's the email that's come across there. There it is. It's now got that email there. Now I've presented the offer, and that can automatically create a follow-up for you to call back. Now I won't do that one, but then there's a follow-up. So the key thing from there is we've now got in the system, click on sales, we've gone all the way down to presenting an offer in here, which it comes in. So you can click on that one click button, and it will show up this person in the system, which is here, that we're presenting the offer. So that's an easy follow-up. So a lot of people actually say, can you create a follow-up task and call and yada yada yada. Sometimes I just find the call to action is just simply for them just to click that button. Yes, we can put reminders and alerts to say whatever, but you as the owner of the business can go to one page and go, there's 4 people on that list that's on the present the offer. There's 2 opportunities and 4 contacts. I'll show you that in a moment. So you saw 4, but if you actually click on the list view over here, they're just 4 people here. Some don't have an opportunity. So you can actually create a present offer that doesn't need to have an opportunity or a quote. So it just means it's all one system. So some people who do the traditional stuff are probably just making their mind a bit crazy on that, but it works because trying to create the new generation people who go, hey, you got to do an opportunity, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. It's not worth it. I've done it a few times now and just going, why am we are doing this? So we've got now an opportunity, and we've sent a quote, and that is done. So you can now simply go to this particular opportunity. I'm now going to up the stage of managing objections. Just go in the pipe. This is all customizable. It's just your default section over here. Now what happens if the person calls up, and now we've got a wonderful system that pops up. You can actually just simply go to this person and just real time just go, well, that's where they're up to. Managing objections, there's the quote there, and there's the element here. That's fantastic. So that helps there. So we're going to, what we had is that last email there. Bear with me. I'm just going to go check that email again. Apologize for that. Drag it across. Now, the next thing we do is going to click on View the Quote. Now, this is the call to action. This is going to be totally customizable. It's just a great technology that we have. This is a client-facing web page that you can do magic with. It can have your terms and conditions. You can have different things. But now what happens is that, again, what I said beforehand, we're going to speed up the sales guys. So a lot of times you're going to say, send a contract out, yada, yada, yada. You're just going to say, hey, look, click accept, and we can do a workflow to then move to the next stage for the implementation guys, or it will automatically create an invoice. We can do automation with that as well. So I've just set a quote, and it's done and dusted. So if I particularly go to that quote now that's been linked, it's now been approved here, and then we can do magic and do other things. Now that is all one process that we were talking about beforehand, where what we're doing in this section is going from all these areas from suspect, prospect. We've done an opportunity, linked it to the quote, and we've won the deal in here. So that is all one system that we have done in the system. So pretty much that is quite simple, where the person now who's presenting the offer can go, right, he's accepted the quote. Now this can be automated. I have been lazy, where I've clicked on here and I'm just going to go to here and I'm just going to say I've won the sale. So yay, high five, doorbell rings, and one, save and close. Click on that. Gone. Now there's only there's one contact but no opportunities in here. It's all blank now. So that is one sales cycle that has been done from start to finish and just had one element. Now that will definitely increase your sales because it's fast. Obviously, that means that the guys can sign off. You can go from start to finish. There's so many other apps you can do. We have client-facing applications where you can do this. But the key thing for you is when a lead comes in, you can be on your mobile, tablet, or whatever, and just manage this element very easily, and that will really help you out. So that's a key thing. The hot topic that's been in the system that we just created, this application in front of you is a bit of a client-side application we did, and we really had a bit of a scrum, and this is what we'll come up with was a sales line, because we found as we did our feedback from a lot of people, they're getting confused with all the different old ways of doing the thing. So we've really probably just gone, hey, try this. This is probably better. Now, I forgot to tell you actually on that note, there's a deck here. You'll probably hear that this technology here that you can go through the sales cycle this way. We had done this, but we still felt people got confused. So by the way, this is more of a, oops, I forgot to talk about that, but it works, but it's not, you still find it too hard to use. If people are on a very unresponsive device, it gets a bit lost. So we found the deck is good, but it doesn't tell you the details of what you have to do where you're just wanting to do a single click through in here. So if I go here, I just want to go, I want to know the 4 people I'm presenting offers to. Oh, sorry, yeah, of course, that's opportunities. It's the list view. Here we go. There you go. There's the 4 people I'm presenting offers to. Simple as that. Call them up, move them down the pipe, and that's your report. I hope that works. Give us a call with more information, but that is our lead tracking system that we have in the system, and that will definitely speed up your sales. So talk to you soon and give us a call about our product. Thanks, bye.